Hello, people of YouTube. It is me, Gold Mario 13, and today is a special day for me because it is my birthday. You know what? And on my birthday, I decided, you know what? How about I just hang out with some of my friends? Oh, it was me and my friend, Hyperstatic46. I'll link his channel in the description. So we were hanging out at our local shopping center and whatnot. And we came to this place called Forge Fantasy. Now for those who don't know what that is essentially a place where they sell swords and armor from like either history or from the fantasy part from different like TV shows, animes, what have you, from fantasy type things. And oh my god, so we were talking around, just looking at all the weapons. I'm sorry, I'm moving all over the place. I'm cleaning up my room at the same time. Probably shouldn't be doing that, but anyway, whatever. And so it was me and Hyper, just walking around the place, like look at all the cool weapons. We saw someone holding essentially Cloud's Buster sword. That was something crazy. I also saw Law and Kenpachi's sword. Yeah, for those who don't know, Law is from One Piece and Kenpachi is from Bleach. Bleach, the place where they have all the fucking swords in the universe. Cause goddamn. Anyway. So we're looking around, and Hypershine notices these two items that they have. One was a complete set of Dragon Balls, which I had tried to get off Amazon, but they shorted me, the fucking pricks. Anyway, secondly, was, and hopefully you guys know this, a very particular sword. This sword, mind you, was from a very particular fandom. And this particular fandom was called Devil May Cry. And this one belonged to a very special character, one I like a lot. And one I kind of relate to in a sort of sense. Not fully, but in a sense that is like I kind of get where he's coming from. This character's name is Virgil, and for those of you who don't know, Virgil is the twin brother of the protagonist Dante, and those two have a very brotherly rivalry. And for those who don't have a sibling, lucky you. But for those of you who do, you know that sibling rivalries get rough. And this is probably the roughest of them all because it goes on for years and years and years. The point in DMC 5 is the fifth installment in the game. We're not talking about the remake because nobody fucking cares about that thing anyway. Yes, in the fifth installment, that's where all the chips are going down, and these two are ready to kill each other. But this sword is called Yamato. Yamato was specifically given to Virgil by his father, Sparta, the Black Knight, one who took on the Demon King Mundus and won with barely getting away with his life. And then passing down one of these swords, as Dante got Rebellion, Virgil, on the other hand, got Yamato. What Yamato does is essentially cut through dimensions, cut through other people like fucking butter. Can apparently be someone's arm. Nero. Fucking fuck you. And for the most part, it says if stabbed into Virgil himself, separate himself into two entities. One, Urizen, a gigantic fuck you demon who is crazy strong, crazy powerful, and super fucking psychotic. Because Christ alive, and essentially represents the demonic half of Virgil. All of his malice, hatred for humanity, the lust for power, which I kind of respect in a sense, but not in the way that he's doing it. I'm not completely evil, though Hyperstatic will probably say otherwise. I don't care. And then V, who is more patient, more intellectual. It's actually like Virgil's human half, and though he's somewhat sorrowful, which means, in a sense, Virgil is kind of remorseful about all the crap he's done, but can't really take it back because he already did it. But anyway, so we look at this sword, and it's like, oh, hey, is that the Yamato? It's like, I don't know, maybe it might be. So we go over to the clerk, Asked if what it is. She's thinking that we're talking about Kenpachi sword. Like, oh no 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 no! I know that guard from anywhere, and that is not what we're talking about. Not in this, at least not in this instance. But in this instance, we were talking about the one on the rack, where it was. So we're looking on the rack, and we look at the other clerk. It's like, hey, is that Yamato from Devil May Cry? It's like he looks at it, it's like, oh yeah, it is. Like, so I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. We're both looking at this sword. It's like, dude, I gotta get. And I'm looking at him, and I was like, dude, I have to get this. I have to get this like right now. Because I had to pull out a bit of money from my bank account for the trip there. Because plan on spending a little bit of money. This thing was $85, and it is real. Like, this is an actual sword I could use to cut somebody with. I'm not going to unless I absolutely need to. So those of you who plan to rob my fucking house, prepare to face me with fucking Yamato ready to cut you in two, like, well, more or less, again, like a hot knife through fucking butter. I swear to God, I will fucking do it. I'm making this the most painful thing possible. Just you wait. Well, either way, let's show you the box that it comes in. Yeah. See, no, let me back up. Let me back up. Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the box version of the sword on my bed. As you can tell, it's probably the size of an average katana. And wherever the size of an average katana is, I don't care. But here's the one in the box. So now what we are going to do, we are going to go over to this box, open it up so you guys can actually see the sword. So, excuse me as I now go to place this on the proper placement thing, which is essentially just on two pillows. Alright, so there we go. Alright, let me go find something to cut this with. Cool. I know I had something here somewhere. What the hell? Maybe it could work. Refreshing. Here it is. Okay, let's see. Let's open this bad boy up. Let's go. Come on. Yep. Yep. Yes. Here it be, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Here we go. Let me bring it closer into view. And I can place it down on the bed first. Bring my camera. When back up. Yes, here it is. Here's my sword Yamato. Or at least I believe it is. If it isn't, please correct me and tell me what the correct sword is. But either way, yes, for the time being, yes, I have Yamato. This is what it looks like sheathed in its scabbard. As you can tell, it has the white Japanese style of grip. It's actually quite heavy. You can see how it looks like in my hand. Fully sheathed. Let me pull it. Let me turn this camera around. And now I'm about to show you what it looks like unsheathed. So let's put this down over here. Fine. Let's do this. Oh God. And then I tripped over a shoe, everybody. I tripped over a shoe. And now. Oh yeah, now this thing is business. Oh Lord. It's like slay all. Oh God, please. Okay. Let me not play around with this thing because this thing is actually real. As I said before, it can cut someone like butter. So I'm looking at this. It was on a rack. It was hanging up like this on a rack next to a couple of other swords from other fandoms that I don't freaking know. And I just saw this and it's like, I have to have this. You see this? You see this right here? I could mess you up. I will mess you up. But nah, I'm kidding. I would never hurt my fans. Because you guys are the reason why I have this channel in the first place. You hear that? All of you are special, and I'm not going to be pointing this sword at you anymore. Let me put it back. I wish I could be cool and just do it the way I want to. Let me put this down right over here for right now. And that, everybody, was a synopsis of my day on my birthday, hanging out with Shattuck. I will put a link to his channel in the description. I also put a link to Forge Fantasy if you want to get your own sword like mine. See, look at this thing. Let me move it over here. Look at this thing. Beautiful. A beautiful sword for a regal man such as myself. It's amazing. Alright, anyway. That's all for today's video, and don't forget to Mario stomp on that like button and subscribe for more of my content. Alright, I'll see you later, everybody.